Today we are revisiting launch control. And launch control is exactly what it means. And I think everybody knows what launch control is. But I have a couple of new settings that I have found on my 2025 E-Ray. And I don't know if they started back in 23 when the Z06 came out. But let me know in the comment section if you have these two features. One is to be able to modify the RPMs so that you launch at a particular RPM. And the second thing is slip control. So those two features are on my Corvette, and I don't know where they came from. I'm surprised. But let me show you how to get in. I'm going to show you my setup for launch control, and then you can modify that from wherever you want to go. But I'm going to show you how to do all the stuff on it right now. So let's get inside the car and take a look. Okay, sports fans, the next step is to start the car. All right, get the car running. The air conditioning's on. And that's nice too. I'm going to get out of, I'm going to go to home here. Well, I like to go to the E-Ray setup. This is pretty cool. I can look at my electronic output in horsepower, and I can look at my engine output in horsepower also. So here's my electronic horsepower, and here's my engine horsepower. It's pretty cool. And there's the amount of battery life I have in the front wheels. That's pretty cool too. But anyway, I digress. So the next thing I want to do is I don't want to keep the car in park. Here's the thing. Don't put it in park. Put it in drive. So I put it in drive, right? Holding my foot on the brake so I don't drive through the garage here. It's pretty stupid. I click on Z mode. I click on Z mode again, and it tells me I'm in performance traction race 2. All right? That car sounds pretty good, doesn't it? Yeah. So anyway, notice it says press and hold the brake, and it's got a little line down there. Watch what happens when I put more pressure on the brake, and more pressure and more pressure and more pressure. Finally, I'm ready to launch the car. I don't want to launch the car because I don't have the gas pedal all the way to the floor. All right, so now it's going to tell me, see that little check mark down there? It says, what are my options? It says, hit the check mark. Well, that particular check mark I happen to know is this little wheel right here, and you have to push it in. So what I'm doing is I'm pushing this wheel in. Now watch what happens when I push in the wheel. Now it says, do I want an automatic? And I can scroll down and go to custom. And there's my custom right there. Now if I push in the button, it says, oh, you want to customize this. Okay, so what do you want to do? So I want to go down here, and I think I want to do RPMs. So I'm going to push the button in again, and it shows me RPMs. And I can go from 3,000 up to about 4,000, and that's about all it lets me do right now. But I think the car's not warmed up enough, so I think that's a problem. Now, if I push the arrow key over to the right arrow key, if I push that right arrow key, now I'm into slip. Now in slip, I can go from 10 to 15. I think it's 10 to 15. No, it's not. It's like 5 and 15. That's right. So let me go back in here again and go over to the right. And so you know what I'm going to do when I start this? I'm going to keep the slip to 10, and I'm going to take the RPMs and I'm going to put them at 4,000. And that's basically what I want to do. Now it says press to confirm. So that means this little button here, I'm going to press it again. And now it says, okay, I've got a custom deal that's set up at RPMs and slip. RPM is 4,000, slip is at 10%. And now I'm going to take this left arrow and push it again. Now I'm back to the launch control, press and hold thing. And if you notice, I'm pushing more less and more brake pressure here. Now, if I put my left foot on the brake and I jammed it all the way to the floor like that, and then I jam the gas pedal all the way to the floor again, so I got the brake pedal to the floor and the gas pedal to the floor, and then I release the brake quickly, okay? Don't massage it, let your foot get off. You could almost sidestep it, I think. That's it, you're ready, you're launched. But the two things I want to know is, first of all, do you have the RPM and the slip options on your car? You can go through what I went through here, and you can show, just make sure you don't leave it in park, because look, I'm going to put the car in park, watch what happens. Launch control unavailable. You can't do it. So it's not going to like it when you try to launch the car and you got it in park. Well, hey, listen, who the heck would want to launch the car while you're in park? That's crazy. Wreck the car, I would think. Could damage the car pretty good, I would think. So anyway, that's just guys like me who leave it in park and then go to launch the car and forget. You know, the guys like me, they're protecting me from myself. Anyway, and I think the exhaust sounds good too. I'm not getting an aftermarket exhaust. This sounds really good. It's got a nice rumble to it. All right. So let me know what you think. Do you have these options on your car? Go through what I went through and see if you have them. If you don't have them, that's fine. You can work around it. But I like that. I like two things. I like the fact that I can push down on the brake pedal and it tells me when I've put enough pressure on the brake, because that green shows up, that green line. And the other two things I like is when I can adjust the launch RPMs, and I can adjust the slip. So there you have it. I hope you liked today's video, and if you do, leave some comments and tell me what you like and what you don't like, and what I missed. And we'll see you on the next one.